Hello everyone, welcome to Dove and Serpent Tarot. My name is Paul. This is a daily one-card collective tarot reading. This is for Monday, May 5th. I hope everybody enjoyed their weekend. I'm trying to get back into the daily readings, right? Because I feel like that's such a good way to just set the tone for the day and to give us a certain energy or a certain vibe or just something maybe that we could keep with us for the day to think about or to experience or to try to realize, on a day-to-day basis. And it's a good way for us to get to know some of the cards of the Thoth deck, right? So I do enjoy these daily card readings. That's not going to be the one. We're not doing it that way. Besides, it was the Hanged Man. I would like to get into doing also some live readings. Some of you may have seen this channel go live for about 3 or 4 minutes. It was just a black screen, right? Never actually said anything or came on camera. I was just testing the equipment to see how easy it's going to be for me to go live during, my usual kind of time slot and with the setup that I have here with my cameras and all that kind of stuff, And I think it's going to work. So I might try to do that soon. I've got some other things that I'm working on, and I want to try to get more stuff done. I don't feel all that productive right now. But anyway, enough about me. Let's select one card to set the tone for the day. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do. It is totally free. It doesn't cost you anything. As always, if there's anything you would like me to pray over or meditate upon or send positive energy toward, please let me know. I want you to remember that the most important part of any tarot reading is you. Well, we've Queen of Wands, right? We're just going for fire right off the bat here for the daily readings. The Queen of Wands is water and fire, and I feel like there's a few things, right? And I don't think I should get into every single aspect of every card every time we do these readings, but for the Queen of Wands, I feel that this is somebody who is very self-possessed, right? Somebody who is very much in charge of their lives, is not putting up with any BS, right? I feel like this is some energy that we should try to realize today, that we are autonomous, right? That we do have agency over our own lives, that we have a say in what happens to us. We can't control everything. And that's kind of the shadow side of this card, was things don't go our way, we get mad, right? We lash out at people. So I think this is a good one to start with. Let's control the things that we control, that we can control, and let's try to adapt to those things that we cannot control. Okay? We can control our behaviors, our reactions, for the most part, or we can strive to, right? We have agency over ourselves. We have agency over our lives. We have to be careful with this card. Whoops, wrong button. We have to be careful with how we treat others, how we interact with others, okay? Because this is sometimes, we really have, it's not a good card to start with for a daily reading. Sometimes we have an attitude that we are so much above other things or other people, especially when we're kind of having a lot of success, when we feel like we're on a spiritual path and we're in our power, right? And we're thinking consciously, we're awake, we're being creative, we're making decisions, we are independent, we are assertive, we are confident. And sometimes we then look upon other people in a certain way if they're not quite there yet. We shouldn't be judging other people, right? Who maybe have not attained your level of awareness or autonomy or agency yet. Okay, we have to remember the water that's inside this card. We don't want to just be consumed by the fire of our own consciousness. The water inside of this reminds us that we are all connected, that we are doing this spiritual work. We're living this life in order to connect, in order to have experiences. So sometimes the Queen of Wands can be a little bit too overpowering, a little bit too overbearing, where there's There's just an abrasiveness, right? That everybody is kind of afraid to approach us when we're in, especially when we might sick this cheetah on you or hit you with the wand, there's kind of an imposing stature that I think we sometimes can have in the world around us. And, sometimes we have to kind of lower our energy a little bit, not dimming your light. I'm not saying that you have to sink to anyone's level, And I'm not trying to be elitist, I'm not trying to be condescending, but I think sometimes we have to just be aware of how we're interacting with others, what the dynamic is, right? Is there this feeling of superiority? Are we in subtle ways judging other people who haven't achieved what we've achieved, or haven't had the kind of spiritual life or the spiritual awakening or the level of progress or whatever that we have? Okay, so we have to find the balance here. It's the balance between the fire and the water. Right now there's a lot of fire. There's a lot of awareness, a lot of consciousness, a lot of striving, a lot of ambition. Be careful that our striving, that our drive for awareness and consciousness and evolution and expansion doesn't become aggressive or abrasive even, right? So we want to be aware. I'm not saying we change anything. We don't have to do anything really, but just be aware. Just observe how we're interacting with other people currently, today at least, right? And if I do another one of these dailies tomorrow, then we can think of something else to do tomorrow. But at least for today, let's be aware of how we are interacting with other people. And are we feeling a sense of hierarchy, right? Even when there is, maybe let's say there's a boss and their employees. They say that the energy always flows downward, right? So if somebody is above us, giving us orders, and telling us what to do, and we don't really like it, are we kind of doing the same to the people that are below us? On the hierarchy at work or whatever. We have to be mindful of that. And I think that's what this card is talking about. But this card is also, again, it's a card of agency. It's a card of self-possession, of assertiveness and confidence. It's just to do it in a balanced way, right? Maintaining the foundations of the water energy within: humility, gratitude, love, compassion, connection, right? Especially when you're achieving a lot in your life and you have this will and this determination to move forward and to strive for what you want, don't let that overpower your gratitude or your compassion. All right. Now, we're also going to do a daily angel number card. Might as well. I just got the angel cards. I finally broke down and got the pack. I like them so far. I'm still getting the hang of it. But I guess we've got two, and we've got an interesting combo. 1551, 1221. Hold your vision. Manifestation, abundance, money, dreams, vision, and prosperity. Focus on the good and maintain your concentration on the outcomes you desire. It's time to put your faith and time into your ideas and pursue your goals with all your might. You have such a beautiful, courageous, and brave spirit. That's the Queen of Wands, right? Taking the initiative, change, optimism, joy, communication, messages, good news, expression, high vibes. Work with what you have, and it will get you places. Count your blessings and acknowledge your dear ones. You will find inspiration and figure out a way forward. You might also be getting some good news soon. Interesting. Be on the lookout for these numbers, but I feel like these two cards perfectly complement what we were talking about with the Queen of Wands, right? The abundance, the vision, maintain your concentration, you're courageous, you're brave, you're doing it, you're asserting yourself, but also, count your blessings, acknowledge your loved ones, have that kind of passion and humility and gratitude, right? That's exactly what we were talking about here. So I think that's nice, and I think that it works. So today, let's focus on how we are all this Queen of Wands. It's not gender specific. And how we might be able to balance these forces within ourselves, right? And look for these numbers, look for the synchronicities in your life. Even if it's not these numbers, any synchronicities in your life as confirmations, all right? Now, I want to thank you for being here. Hopefully, I will be back tomorrow with another daily card reading. Again, this was for Monday, May 5th. Subscribe if you have not yet. Please share the videos. Please watch your sun, moon, and rising sign. Help this channel get back into the algorithm, right? Because YouTube is really a challenging beast right now, as I'm sure you've heard from other of your favorite tarot readers. We've got to support all of the channels on YouTube that we love and appreciate. Let's support them. Let's watch the videos. Let's hit the like button. Let's leave comments. Let's share everything, and we'll get through this. Yeah. Anyway, I thank you, and I love you, and we're all in this together.